Top 7 Experimental Essay Topics. Stanford Prism Experiment. The Stanford Prism experiment was conducted in 1971 by psychology professor Philip Zimbardo and his team. During a 2-week simulation of prison conditions, the experiment participants were divided into 2 groups, guards and prisoners. In your essay, you can consider the goals of the experiment, its results, and why it had to be stopped just after 6 days from the beginning. The impact of poor sleep on cognitive performance. Poor sleep reduces attention, cognitive skills, and information processing. It has also been found to cause effects similar to intoxication. In your paper, you could focus on controlled experiments that reveal the impact of sleep deprivation and explain how the lack of sleep affects memory, attention, and decision-making. Galileo's Leaning Tower of Pisa experiment. At the end of the 16th century, the Italian scientist Galileo Galilei refuted Aristotle's approach to gravity by a simple experiment. He dropped 2 objects of different masses from the Leaning Tower in Pisa, which fell at the same speed. We invite you to focus on the impact this experiment has had on the field of natural science. Music and productivity, experimental studies. Research shows that music can affect mood, productivity, and even mental health. Background music, including the well-researched classics, improves one's cognitive performance regarding spatial and verbal abilities. In a paper on this topic, you can overview experimental research examining how different music types affect people's emotions and productivity levels. Newton's prism experiments and their impact. In the mid-17th century, British scientist Isaac Newton conducted a series of experiments with sunlight and prisms. The main result of his investigation was proof that pure white light consists of 7 visible colors. We invite you to discuss how Newton's experiment contributed to developing the theory of colors and the modern understanding of light. The influence of social media on mental health. Social media use has a significant impact on mental health. Research shows that this effect is twofold. We invite you to review experimental studies examining the relationship between social media use and mental health outcomes, both positive and negative. The Milgram experiment and its significance. The Milgram experiment, conducted in the early 60s, became one of the most resonant studies in psychology and social sciences. Stanley Milgram sought to explore one of the hottest topics of the XXTH century, the psychology of genocide. In your essay, you may consider the experiment's methodology, how it was conducted, and its impact on behavioral studies.